All right, welcome back, you insidious incels. Today is going to be a very special duo episode between Gabe and I, of course, and our intern who's off camera doing his thing. We hit the gritty. See that? Kind of getting sturdy over there.
You guys don't even know, but our intern has one of the best gritties around. Like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, he's up there.
Yeah, he's up there. He's getting sturdy.
Like, editor, throw up the clip of Mike Wazowski hitting the gritty. That's what he looks like.
Basically, yeah. But today is another very special episode. Much like the Christmas Eve episode, we are doing another draft.
Exactly. You know,
the
draft duos are back.
Yeah, I love the drafts.
Boys.
They're so fun.
Drafts are so fun. Every time I see Breadbasket do another one, I'm like,
every time I see him drop a new one, I saw them do one with like the color orange.
Yeah,
like the best orange.
Yeah, the guy he was like the obvious pick. I'm going basketball number one. He was like, L pick. You
Oranges?
gotta go orange.
You gotta go
orange.
oranges.
Represents orange. I don't know. Me personally, I think I'd also still win basketball because
it's iconic.
Yeah. Like orange.
You gotta respect,
cool.
like orange. You gotta respect what orange did for the game.
For sure.
But basketball innovated it in a way that orange never really could.
Mm-hmm. You could also think prisoner jumpsuit, maybe.
That's a good one, yeah. But that's not my forte. I like Fanta.
No,
Fanta orange. Fanta orange is really good.
Fanta orange could be.
I love Fanta orange.
Yeah, there's so many. But that's why we're staying in our lane, right? They have their lane. They draft like
miscellaneous
things. We kind of stick to our category. Like, yes, we're still taking their idea, which we credited them before, and we're crediting them again right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we're making it our own thing. We're like making universes out of it and making
stories.
Things. If you tell from the background kind of tells you what's it, and also the
title probably says it, as well. But we got stuff in the background.
You already know what's going on here.
What's going on there? Oh, is that Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah.
Oh no, he has no bones.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, we've already discussed beforehand. If you watched last episode, which quite frankly, if you're watching this episode, you should watch the last episode as well of the draft. So it's the Christmas Eve. You'll see Gabe and I kind of getting drippy with our Christmas stuff on in front of the fireplace and the tree. We did the anime abilities and weapons draft, and today we're doing the cartoon abilities and items draft. Now, last time, we both really wanted the abilities, right? So we had to flip a coin, but we kind of came to an agreement for this one. Gabe's going to go first for abilities. I'm going to go first for items.
And next draft.
And the next draft, or whenever the draft is for...
The next one.
For the next one.
The next one we're thinking
of. Whatever it is, then Gabe would get first pick at priority.
Yeah.
Which
I'm fine with.
I think is fine. Yeah.
Tyler really wanted his number one pick here because I think I know what he's gonna go
for. Yeah, because
it's kind of the obvious.
It's the obvious when you think cartoon items, and this is the reason why I wanted it first is because of my entire items list, this is the only one I can feasibly see Gabe taking. Not that you don't know the other stuff, but I just don't think you remember specifically what the other ones were, or maybe you haven't seen like one or two of the shows. So it's like I think those are safer picks, so I'm gonna take them lower down. But
I'll be honest, I think only one of my items in the cartoon items is gonna be on your board. So
more than likely, because mine are more like not niche, but they're more so like some of them are one-offs, so it's like you don't see a lot of them and stuff like that. But I when I was making this list, and I kind of talked to Gabe about this and Eddie as well, that making this list it was kind of hard picking items.
Yeah, mainly because for at least for anime abilities and weapons, this is the thing before time, we could just look it up. You can just look up like top anime abilities, top anime weapons. It's pretty easy. And anime I think is a lot easier to remember because animes usually contain to a certain episode count. Whereas you have shows like Family Guy who have like over probably not over 1,000 episodes, but like hundreds of episodes to go through. Obviously I'm not gonna remember everything that happened in these shows. And there's shows like Phineas and Ferb, right? Like they create something new every episode. Am I supposed to remember everything they did? No way. Same with Dexter's Laboratory and Jimmy Neutron. Like they didn't do stuff every episode, but like every now and then they had things that they made.
Exactly. Or like a good example, Adventure Time. There's so much magical items in Adventure Time, but most of them are one-offs that you see one episode or maybe two, and that's it.
Exactly. And that's what I think makes this one so much harder. We couldn't look it up because it's something hard to look up. You'd have to specifically look at the show and then go.
Exactly. That's what we ended up doing, like actually on our own, is just like look up cartoons. But I remember this thing from this cartoon let me look it up. But because like if you look up like cartoon abilities, cartoon weapons, it also brings up anime. Yeah. So it's like, it'll be like a top 25 list of cartoon abilities, but only like 2 or 3 of them are cartoons, and it's gonna be like Dexter's Intelligence, And it's like, that's not really an ability. He's just smart, you know? But, I mean, without further ado, you want to go ahead and hop into it?
Alrighty, so what are we doing first here?
We're going to go abilities first. Yeah, you get first pick.
All right. Let me see. I didn't really think about what I want for my first pick, but I think it's a solid choice for my first pick. I'm gonna go with the Avatar ability.
Just the Avatar?
Yeah, so like I can.
So like you can do the 4 elements, stuff like that. That's a good choice actually, because it's not just like I want water bending or fire bending. You actually get like pretty good control over all the elements. Do you also
have the Avatar state, so I can talk to the previous Avatar?
So would you just like in this scenario you become like the next Avatar, so it'd be Korra then you? Or would it just be like you take Aang's spot?
One. Yeah, like I'm the next one.
Okay. So, what do you think you're? Because I think the next in line, because Korra was water. I think next is Earth. Probably. Yeah, because Roku was fire, Aang was air, Korra was water, so the next is Earth. So you have a primary Earth ability.
That's pretty good. That's what I want.
That's pretty good. I'd say like water is the one that I want the most likely. Because I think
I can still learn it.
No, you're the Avatar. Yeah. But like if I had to pick like one of like if I could pick anything, I would definitely want to be from the water nation. Just because water, it's really too good if you think about it. You also get the blood bending. It's only on full moons, but it's like you get the blood bending. Water triumphs over fire and earth. Air is the kind of exception, but yeah, I mean that's a solid pick because you get multiple abilities in one. You also get like the spirit bending potentially. You get, like you said, access to previous avatars, all their knowledge and whatnot.
That was one of the things that actually did show up when I looked up. It was mixed with the anime ability, but that was one of the things too.
I saw that, but I was like, there's some other things that I kind of want more, and a lot of my stuff are more conceptual. But I feel that's why I felt safe not doing abilities first, because I'm like, a lot of these things, because they're so conceptual and abstract, I don't think you would pick them. Just because like you wouldn't like when I say it, you're like, oh yeah, but then it's like thinking of it on the fly, you're not gonna think of it.
Well, I just think cartoons are so vast that like there's no way I'm gonna be able to think of all the things you're doing, and you're not gonna think of all the things I'm doing. Yeah. There's gonna be certain ones. There's overlap for sure, but I don't think it's gonna be too much. Like anime abilities, I was like, we both wanted Shadow-Clone. We both wanted a Sharingan ability.
A Sharingan ability, yeah, most likely, yeah.
There's a lot more overlap, I think, there.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll go next. I'll go ahead, get your flag ready. I got just straight tune physics.
Yeah, that's a flag.
Yeah, I knew the flag out there. Okay, I knew the flag was coming. I just wanted to get out of the way,
just to see
if maybe Gabe's like, you know what? I'll let you have it, because if I had tune physics, I'd be chilling. All right,
you would be chilling.
All right,
straight up Bugs Bunny.
Straight up Bugs Bunny
or Popeye.
All right, so this one is really abstract and it kind of transcends cartoons. So it's the ability to say if something sticks, aka if something is episodic or is part of the continuity. So like for instance, like Family Guy. I forget which episode it is, but something bad happens and someone died, and Peter's like, "Oh, don't worry, they'll be back next episode." And then next episode they're back. So it's like he can decide whether that thing that happened. So the episodic nature
of a
show.
So
like let's say like I break my arm, right? I just fall and break my arm. That could just be just for today's episode or today, but like continuity wise, my arm's not broken. So like by tomorrow it'll be fixed.
I feel like that's such a reality warping ability though. You're just like, well, I mean, what if like someone breaks your throat? Then you can't say it, right?
But it's like it's more so just like you know it.
Yeah, that feels too broken. It's just like it's just you melding reality to your being to like what you think should.
But it is contained to just me, like my world.
Yeah, but you're still warping reality around you to like fit your needs.
Okay, so that's a flag as well.
Yeah, I'd also say
all right, I'll take the Family Guy gag.
Which one?
Just the gag ability. Like, hey, remember the time when this happened? And then
so the cutaway.
Cutaway, yeah. The cutaway gag.
That was on my board.
That was on your board?
Yeah,
okay, yeah. So I'll take the cutaway gag.
Yeah.
That's just too good of an ability.
Like, it's so fun. It's like, remember that one time where I learned Spanish for a day and forgot it? Like, it just cut away.
It's like, wait, you know Japanese? Oh yeah, I've been studying for 27 years. And then like flashes back to me like as a kid, I studied Japanese, and now I can speak Japanese.
Well, I think isn't the whole joke in Family Guy is like the cutaways are something that happened, but they can't do it again. It's like a one-time thing.
Yeah, but you can use it to establish something for continuity-wise, kind of in a way. So it's like if Peter was like born a girl, then like he's like, oh yeah, I was actually born. I remember that time I was born as a girl, and then it came out as a baby, and they're like, and like that's just like the whole gag, right? But then it's like he will forever always be like the girl, but like he's a guy now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's something that's like it is one off, or like Megatron. Yeah, her name's not Meg. It's Meg. Meg is short for Megatron. So her name is always Megatron. They just call her Meg. So it is one off in a sense, but it's something that can stick over time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. It is a little bit reality warping.
It's a little bit.
I'm fine with it. I think it's a little bit better than the whole like I hope this sticks. Just dropping everything.
See, that was a real shot in the dark because like that's just a big thing in cartoons in general. Is like sometimes things stick and sometimes they don't. So.
But for you to be able to decide what sticks, I think is always be broken.
So what if? Not saying I want it. Like it's already passed, but like, what if you could just limit it to like one thing a day?
One thing a day? I mean, it's still broken in its own though. Even if it is just one a day.
Okay.
All right. So for me, it's tough. I'm juggling between two here. I wanted to go for, because I'm afraid if I go one, you're gonna go next. My next up was Family Guy Cutaway, but I'm afraid if I go this one, you might go the other one. So I'm gonna go for let's see. I'm gonna go for Danny Phantom's powers here.
Okay, the Phantom.
I want to do the Phantom powers. I think it's fun.
That's pretty nifty, yeah.
Because he's invisible, right, when he's a ghost, so that's cool.
He can be,
I can go through things. I can fly. Just all around cool abilities to have. So I'll find with that. I'll take
some ghosts.
I mean, yeah, if ghosts exist,
you also get like enhanced speed and strength.
True.
And durability
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basic superhero stuff.
Basic superhero stuff, but it's only when you go ghost, not when you're a human.
Yeah, I just think though. It's basically just like a Bleach thing. It feels like
it feels like you're a Shinigami.
It was Shinigami for us kids.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm fine with it. I think it's a cool
Danny
concept.
Phantom walks so Bleach can run, even though Bleach is first.
Maybe. I don't know when Danny Phantom was made.
It's like 2005, 4.
Might be cutting it close then.
But Bleach was 90s, so.
I don't think so. Maybe 2001.
All the big three they started in the 90s.
If Bleach was 90s, it'd be like 98 or something.
But so that's not. I mean, like Danny Phantom was definitely not before 2002.
For sure, it's not.
2004, so I was right. Yeah, 2004.
Yeah. Oh, then yeah, Bleach has got to beat then.
So
because I think 2004 is when the anime came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
Still relatively close. Are we really assuming that they read this Japanese manga?
Nah. Danny Phantom walks in America so that Bleach could run.
Exactly.
And they can only run now. It was like a slow burn. It's like tortoise in the hair.
Exactly.
It's a slow burn. Gosh. So this one, I was kind of stuck, right? Because I was like, it is a pre-existing franchise, but I don't foresee us doing this franchise as a draft, most likely.
If you're thinking the same thing as me, maybe you'll see.
Did you? I picked the Force.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I was thinking. Okay,
yeah.
Because I was like, it is a franchise, but I don't see us doing a draft for Star Wars.
Exactly my thought process.
Because like, okay, so before we talked about this, which I had to like straight up Thanos half my items, because Gabe said let's not do like comic book stuff, so like DC, Marvel, all that stuff, because we can do that for a future draft.
Exactly.
So I was like, I tried to scrap them, so it took me a while to like find more items. But then for this, I was like, there's not really much in Star Wars that you can take. Like lightsaber.
We're gonna do Star Wars.
Like, I want the blue lightsaber. I want the red one.
I want Chewbacca. Like, how would a Star Wars?
How would that work without ending up like pseudo slavery? And it's like that's just weird. So yeah, the Force is definitely the one I wanted. It's just too good of an ability, dude.
I was joking. I was like, he's gonna take the Force, I think, but I want Danny Phantom's powers. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's really, because like if you didn't go Danny Phantom, it would have been my next round, but it probably would have been round 4 for me. More than likely if you didn't pick them. So I mean, just check each other's abilities.
Yeah. We have a lot more in common here than I thought we would. But I guess it's like at the end of the day, we didn't have that much research time ahead of stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess we kind of had the same mindset here, and we've seen relatively the amount of
same
amount of shows.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my next pick, you're familiar with this one as well. I don't know if this was on your board though. I'm going with Jake the Dog's ability.
I thought about that, but I was like, there's more stuff that I want. Because really, it's a good ability. It's a really good ability. But there's stuff that are better than it. If it was like a 5th round ability, then yeah. Like you could have been safe waiting until the 5th round for that one. You wouldn't.
I don't have a good 5th round pick anyway. So.
Well, because half my list is scrap, so I'm gonna have to think of some stuff on the fly. But.
Yeah. No, I just think it's a good. I think it works well with my other abilities. I want to be able to grow huge, and it's just useful.
You can mold your shape. Like, yeah, it's useful.
Basically, when it comes down to the anime draft, I was going for power. I wanted to be a strong guy who no one could mess with in this world. With cartoon, I just want to have fun. I want to do a bunch of things that are just fun for me. Like I don't care if someone else wants to take like Bill Cipher's ability and wreak havoc on the world, I don't care. I'm chilling. I'm living my best life. I'm gonna be chilling while you do your thing.
Yeah.
So that's just my goal here.
I mean, that makes sense because like Jake the dog is something. Because I was like calling, I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like do this. And I was like, I mean, there's some other stuff I want to do. Like I don't think Gabe would take it. I mean, clearly you did, but I was like, I don't think Gabe will take it. I think I could like do some other stuff that'd be kind of cooler. But we'll kind of see when I was going through it, and it didn't make my final list.
It probably would have been a 5th rounder though, like you said, because of
because of everything getting taken out. I probably would have done that for sure. Yeah. All right. So for my next one, get that flag ready. The Bugs Bunny pseudo chaos manipulation.
That just goes into reality warping. Yes, it's
okay, so that's flag
there.
All right. How about Brett Kahn from?
No, Sean, that's the same thing. If anything, that's worse. That's even worse.
What?
To be fair, it was also on my board because I wanted to see what you said. It was gonna be my fit. I was like, I'm ready to flag it, but I want to see what Tyler would say if I drafted it.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta like, my whole list is gone now because like the other one is just like, I was gonna give you leeway if you picked one of them. But like, I'm not gonna throw it out yet because I don't want like, I want you to pick it first.
Yeah.
Give me like 2 minutes to look this up.
All right, we'll do a little cut here. You guys won't even know.
Brief intermission, but I'm back. I'm gonna go with Rick's intelligence from Rick and Morty.
That was my 5th pick.
That was your 5th pick, really?
That was my 5th pick.
Because I didn't know if the intelligence would consider that. Because I know we talked about like the Jimmy Neutron like brain blast, but like, you wouldn't get Jimmy's intelligence because you just get the brain blast. Yeah. But like Rick's intelligence is like his ability.
Yep, that's exactly what my 5th pick was gonna be. I was like, this rounds out my team perfectly. Rick's IQ, easy clap.
I'll take Rick's IQ, and then especially paired with like my items.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
I'm going dummy. All right, there's not much to talk about that. I mean, Rick's just insanely smart. He's ridiculous. He's ridiculously smart.
He is. I guess not to counter it, but like to get a pick back, I'm gonna have to go for someone who I think is at least close to Rick. I'm thinking between Jimmy Neutron here or Dexter. I don't know which one of them is smarter though. And I can't take Phineas and Ferb collective as it's not fair. Those are 2 different people.
No, I mean I would say like, because Dexter did time travel.
So did Phineas and Ferb.
But we're talking about like between Jimmy Neutron and him. But
Jimmy Neutron pretty contained.
But Jimmy Neutron like animated things. But so did Dexter probably do that. Yeah, he dimension traveled. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I think it's just a toss.
I think it's safe either way.
I think it's a safe choice either way.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Jimmy Neutron because I'm more familiar with Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
So yeah, I'll take Jimmy Neutron's IQ. I really wanted Rick, but he took it. So is what it is. I took some of his. He takes some of mine.
It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah. So for that was your 4th one, right?
That was the 5th. That was the last one.
No, that was 4th because I've only done 1, 2, 3. Rick was my 3rd. Because I took Family Guy gag, The Force, and then Rick's intelligence.
Jake, Danny Phantom, Avatar. Oh, that was 4. Okay.
Yeah, it's 4.
Oh, I still have one more then.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I am going to take Steven's gem from Steven Universe. Because as we talked earlier, it's not an item. But we talked about how it's not really an item. It's more so an ability. So, like, I would take Steven's ability, like with the gem and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, it's an ability, but I think it's the same way it's ability. Like Green Lantern ring is an ability.
No, because we talked about it. Because the person, so in lore, the gems aren't the physical like thing you see. It's just the actual gem. Everything is inside the gem, and they create the image you see in front of you. But Steven's the exception because he's half human. So the gem is still him. Like it's genetically his gem, but it's like something that's just in him. If it makes sense. It's weird. It's hard to explain. It's his ability, effectively. Like if the gem is destroyed, Steven dies because it's him. And like if any of the gems are destroyed, they just die because that the gem is them.
All right, we'll let it slide then.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with Steven Universe, so I don't know.
We're watching through it right now, so I'm only on season 1, but I've seen enough over time. Like that's a good. It's a good ability.
What can you do with it other than the shield thing that I know he does?
So you can do the shield. You get the sword, like the big sword. You can activate like light cannons. Yeah, he has the ability to get the sword. It's Rose's sword. I don't know. I just know it goes crazy in later seasons. That's about it. All right, 5th round.
5th round, okay. Well, I thought that was my 5th round, so maybe okay. I guess I'll just go with I'll go with Unity's ability from Rick and Morty. where
you just have like
I can have a collective.
You're just a hive mind.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind.
Just take over a planet and have them do shit.
I mean, planets. I think we're still in real life here, so I mean,
take over like a small island or something.
Yeah, I take over like
it's like
maybe
Gabelandia.
Take over town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Gabe Town. See how everything runs.
See how it goes.
Yeah, give
like
myself.
That could be like the utopia things. Maybe everyone's like in a utopia, this would work. It's like let's try it.
Yeah.
This way, I know for sure everyone will conform to it.
It's the hypothetical question of if you could make a city or the world, as people say, in your image, do you think it would work? It's not necessarily in my image. It's just me.
It's just you.
And I think with
it would be kind of your image though, because you take over the bodies.
But I was gonna say, I think with Unity is what she does. It's a collective hive mind, but like they're still autonomous. Like she doesn't have
in a way, yeah.
She doesn't have to know everything that they can do. Like she has people being doctors, but she herself doesn't know how to be a doctor. But they do because they took the steps to do that.
Exactly, their body knows how to do it.
Yeah. So it'd be the same way. Like I don't necessarily have to know how to be a doctor to have someone in my town be a doctor, because that's what they do. So I just want to see if
just have someone be an artist, dog.
If everyone applies to my rule of, hey, don't kill each other, don't steal, just live life,
live a good life,
see if it works. Probably won't, but gotta see it. Yeah. Gotta see it through. And if at the very least, I'll just hive mine with like 3 people, and I have like 3 Gabes.
Yeah, you can just be so productive.
Yeah. At the very least, I'll use it as a pseudo shadow clone.
Pseudo shadow clone, yeah.
So
that makes that makes my last choice look kind of dumb. That's like pretty well thought out. I just took Kevin 11's like material change. You can like touch something and turn into it.
I mean, it's not bad.
No, I mean like it's very defense. You use it for offense, obviously, but I mean like it's pretty hard to get past that. I'm just like water. I'm water.
Yeah.
Stone. I'm stone.
Do you have? I'm assuming you don't have any honorable mentions because you were struggling to find that one.
That's everything I got.
I only had one. Actually, I think I had a few more on.
Honorable mention, I guess. Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast. Honorable mention.
So what I had in here, I had Brett Kahn, just because, like I said, I wanted to see if you throw a flag. I had the Force, which was taken. One that wasn't taken, I had the Powerpuff Girls abilities.
I thought about that. I did think about that.
That was.
But I was like,
I
feel like I'd want something like the Force more than that, though.
The only reason I didn't take it is because I feel like I had everything. It's like not necessarily the same, but it's like Danny Phantom
does everything.
Jake the dog, and like all the other things I had. I was like, I don't necessarily need the power. It's just an add-on, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel.
And plus, like I have Rick's intelligence. I can find a way to like make something that is akin to their powers.
I mean, you have his intelligence. You don't have his resources.
But with all the stuff that I have, I mean, I can acquire over time.
Maybe. You also don't live in his universe where all these fictional materials exist.
Not true. Yeah. I just gotta figure out how to make. Was it Chemical X? Yeah.
From what?
That's how. So Powerpuff Girls are made from sugar, spice, everything nice.
Oh, Powerpuff
and then
Girls,
Chemical X.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like find a way to make Chemical X.
Yeah, and then you're good.
And I'm solid. I can just like make it myself. I mean, I guess I would create. I don't know. I feel like if I can just create it, I can like perform human trials on them.
I don't think it's unreasonable to assume you could create a new element, like per se.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's not the way elements work. You're not creating, maybe discovering a new element or discovering a chemical. I don't think that's unreasonable to assume.
Especially like if I had no ethics like Rick does, I could just like, or like low ethics like Rick does, I could just like create them and then just run insane trials on them and figure out how their power works. Rick does just kill a lot of creatures. That's what I'm saying. Like I could just like, fuck you, I just make more of you, and I have like a whole like basement with like a vat just full of them, and then I'll just like make them and I'll like see how it works, and eventually over time like I could do this now. I figured out how to like change my genes, and if I was that smart, I can just do like genetic coding, so I can just like eugenics, but I can just like there's no more disabilities, which is a good thing, stuff like that.
Yeah. And if you're wondering, if you've been here for a while, you kind of know from the cartoon theory through. I hadn't watched Rick and Morty at the time, but I did recently watch Rick and Morty like this week. I just started it, so now I'm more aware of the Rick and Morty stuff now, is where I'm able to talk about it. And just like speaking of like its ethics thing, I remember the episode where he was like, I think it's the Night Person episode or something, where he just wakes up like to a chicken like cocooning in his garage and just disintegrates.
Yeah, so it's an egg. It hatches. It grows fully. It like. And then just disintegrates. Yeah,
I was
this is alarm clock.
It's just like, Rick does not care about other lives.
That's why it's like a big deal that he does care about his family. It's like even if it's only slightly. Like when Rick, that episode where like they took out like the toxic side of him, like the side that cared about Morty was like the toxic side for him, right? So it's like he shot Morty and he's like, that's how I know that you're gonna actually give a shit about this little guy, because I don't give a fuck about him right now. So, I mean, like you have a little bit of like or I would have like a little bit of like care, but when you're that intelligent, I mean,
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, no,
it's still your personality.
I think part of it is like, it's the same thing you talked to Beth about. Is like, are you sure you're even my real daughter, or you're not just an alt timeline version of my daughter? So it's like, if I'm that smart with those resources, I could just find alt timelines of people. So it's like, it's easier to grow detached to people. It's like, I can just replace you with whoever I want.
Yeah.
Or I can make a robot that's exactly you.
True. All right. Going into that now that we're done talking about Rick and Morty, we can go to the abilities here. The one.
Oh, the items.
Tyler wanted the number one pick, and I think we all know what he's going for.
We all know what it is.
It's the obvious number one pick.
We all know what it is. Let's just go ahead, throw it up. Los Omnitrix.
Of course.
You gotta throw it up there.
Trisis Omnitrix.
Yeah, I'm taking the Omnitrix. That's just, I mean, that's the one you gotta take round one.
It is.
If you have the option, you have to take it round one.
I had it round one. I was like, Omnitrix right there.
That's the only reason why I wanted to go first. He's just, he does everything right. When you think of
cartoon items, you think of the Omnitrix.
Dude, I had an like a fake Omnitrix growing up. I did all the time, dude. Like, that was my shit growing up.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT for sure.
Yeah, there's not even much to talk about there.
Can't even be mad about it. Like,
you can't even be mad, yeah.
Everyone knows. Think about all the aliens you could turn into. Even if you can only turn into the original 10, still fire. Yeah. You have a lot of goated choices there.
Exactly.
Nothing you can go wrong with. You can do so much with it.
But also, like, just the mere existence of the Omnitrix and just those 10 races, it opens up the universe to, like, all the Ben 10 aliens, too. Because it's like the Omnitrix was made outside of Earth, and it fell on Earth. So the fact that I've acquired it means that there's other, like, sentient life which can spring forward our intelligence gathering into space.
Or it just means you willed it into reality because of the sentient
being.
Yeah,
it
doesn't mean
so that could
doesn't
be
mean it always existed here.
Yeah, but because it does now exist, so this is something that we can do now.
Maybe it can open up life to
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. That's just the obvious choice.
Yeah. Now that that's out the way, number 2. Speaking of Rick and Morty, I'm gonna go Rick's portal gun. I want to be able to
valid choice. I want
to go anywhere I want. Go to alternate timelines. It's one of the most useful items I can think of, next to the Omnitrix being obviously useful.
That's valid. That's valid. I am gonna go for round 2. Star's wand from Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
Don't even know the show.
It's basically like a Fairly Odd Parents wand, but like, would you say it's bad? I'd say it's better, kind of, in a way. Because you're not bound by rules necessarily. Yeah, so like there's because the way I was looking it up, it was like you have the official spell book that's like passed down and it has all like official spells, but then you also like make your own spell book, so you can make different spells. So like the example they gave was like a narwhal or a unicorn that barfs rainbows, or a narwhal that barfs rainbows or something. So she like made that spell, so it's now a spell, right? So I can just find spells, and with Rick's intelligence, I can use that for just about anything.
Insane, yeah.
Yeah.
You can make the materials you need.
Exactly. That's why I was like, you don't have the resources. I'm like, I kind of can, like not yet, but like I can get the resources eventually. Yeah, now that I have this, crazy. It's solid. Yeah.
Yeah. And now that I got the portal gun, I can go find alternate timelines.
Exactly.
Infinite multiverse of things. I can find a multiverse where like there's an actual Rick from Rick and Morty who actually exists, and like everything in Rick and Morty is like real.
It's canon. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just. It'd go dummy. There's so much things I can do there.
It's so versatile.
Yeah.
But that's why I was confident that you wouldn't pick that, because I don't think you've ever seen Star Wars.
I've never seen it, no.
So I was confident that you wouldn't pick that one.
So it's weird why you took it first then. You were confident I'd never take it.
Because I don't think you're taking anything else on my list.
Oh.
I just want to lock that down. Right. Just in case like you looked it up and was like, yeah, this is a pretty strong thing. It is, and I want it, so...
All right, next, I'm going to be honest, my items are just necessarily for having fun. Like, as my abilities were as well. I just want to have fun here. I'm not really thinking about being overpowered. So, my next one here, I want Rick's car. Rick's car goated, man.
Oh, the space car thing?
Yeah, because it has like a Jarvis AI as well.
You have a whole miniverse inside your battery.
Yeah, that too. I can go to my miniverse if I want to. Well, I'd have to find a way to get in there, but you know, maybe I could.
I know you. Yeah.
You can help me out, but like, hey, let me get into my miniverse real quick.
And then you got to go in like the teeny verse.
Yeah. Whatever's below that, the Itty-verse or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Rick's car is obviously goated with all the stuff it can do. It has the AI, so it's kind of funny. I love the episode where it was like
is it the miniverse episode?
No, not that episode. That one's good.
I love that episode so much.
There's so many good episodes with the car. I think the car has so many good moments.
Yeah.
There's the moment where the car becomes like Allison Hannigan from the actor.
Well, I've only seen up to like halfway through season 4. So if it's after that, then I haven't seen it.
I think it is in season 4, where the new kid comes to Morty's school and he's the cool kid, and when they wanna be friends with him, so they invite him over, and then Rick leaves with Jerry for some reason, and they get into the car. Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what? I have seen that episode. Now that you say that, I think I have seen that episode.
And the car's like, I want to go on adventures. And you're not gonna say anything to Rick, because if you do, I'll snitch and say you stole me. So then she goes in adventure. She destroys planets or whatever, and they go to space jail. And she's like, I'm your attorney.
Yeah, I love the episode where they're like, it's the miniverse episode, and Rick's like, keep Summer safe, and then the car's slicing people in half, and it's like,
I was like, she said no physical damage, all right, emotional damage.
And they created the dude's dead child. Yeah. He's like, Daddy, and died again. He's like, no.
Oh my god, dude, it's so hilarious.
Such a funny episode.
Oh, I don't know if you've seen it, because you said you haven't been that far. I don't know how.
I've seen clips
far
on TikTok
this is. There's the episode where I think it's with Bird. Yeah, it's with Bird Person. It's I don't know if you see, this is new. I know this is season 5 or season 6 or something. With because Bird Person came back, and when Rick, it's an episode where the family leaves for some reason and Rick's home alone, so he wants to try and bring Bird Person back because he was Darth Vader. I don't know if you got to that point.
I think so, yeah.
So and he died, and he's trying to get him back, so he goes into his subconscious, and while he's in his subconscious, it's just
it goes to the Rick timeline with Bird Person, right?
Yeah,
it's all the different moments of Bird Person. Yeah.
And then while he's doing that whole adventure with Bird Person, the car is just effectively the AI of the garage as well. It's the same entity. And she's just like, So now, because before Rick went in there, he was like, you'll be fine, you'll last 400 years, but also calculate the fact that 50% of the things I say are lies, so you could die. And then he goes in, she's like, contemplating existence. And some dude walks by, she's like, hey yo, what do you think about solar panels and other energy stuff? He's like, what? She's like, dude, I'll literally suck your dick. Just just get the stuff. And he's like, all right.
He's like, say less.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, the car's hilarious.
Yeah.
A lot of people from Rick and Morty is hilarious.
Yeah, enough about Rick and Morty. Let's get back
before going on that little tangent. So this next item is from Adventure Time. It's the glasses of Nerdicon. It's what Finn wore to create a device that can create 4D bubbles. It makes you effectively insanely intelligent. So that on top of Rick, I could have basically unlimited intelligence.
Do you need that though?
It's a different. Yes, it can help with different aspects.
All right.
Because Rick doesn't know everything.
He doesn't, but
the glasses
can learn everything.
The glasses of Nerdicon, it can turn Finn, who's not dumb but he's not intelligent,
average human,
into pretty much peak human intelligence. So what would it do to someone who already has peak human intelligence on top of that? It may do nothing. It may just be a wasted pick, but on the off chance that it does something, it wouldn't be a bad thing to have. And plus, I can have that item to give to you or give to someone else. Different items they can be transferred.
Well, now you just gave me an idea for a pick. I'm not gonna take it next because I feel like it's safe. But I'm gonna keep it in the back pocket just in case. Next one here, I'm gonna go away from Rick and Morty for a second here. I'm gonna take the super shoes from Phineas and Ferb that can run at the speed of light.
Why don't you take the whole suit?
Is it the suit? I thought it was just the shoes that
It's the suit.
Okay, then the suit then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just the shoes. I didn't know because I don't remember the episode.
Well, I think it's every. You can correct me. I think it's every item has a specific thing that it does, and the shoes are what makes it go that fast, but it's part of the suit.
Okay.
It's just this suit. Part of the suit is what gives it this ability.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. I was gonna take that next pick is the suit. The Phineas and Ferb suit. So
we did have a similar one.
Yeah, that was. I felt like that would be safe because I was I don't think Gabe would pick this.
No, that's one of the only things. Because I was like, I know Phineas and Ferb got something crazy in their pockets. I remember that, and I was like, oh yeah, let's take that one.
Yeah. All right, next item, the Peter copter. I'm just kidding.
The Peter copter. All right, solid pick. Cannot be mad about the Peter copter.
I'm just happy it went this late. I'm I thought you were gonna pick that earlier.
Yeah, honestly. I was gonna pick it next. Peter copter was right there on the board, but you had to snag it. So
yeah,
no, it's a good pick. It's a good pick for sure.
Good pick. But if I had to pick something else,
because theoretically, if I threw the flag out because it's too broken,
it is kind of broken.
So I will throw the flag. Yeah, it's a broken.
It did cut down power lines.
Yeah,
that's tough. And it broke Cleveland's house, made him fall off the bathtub and stuff like that. It's really tough. So I guess I'll take the Enchiridion from Adventure Time. It's basically it's a book of how to be a hero, but it's also a portal to like the multiverse. And it contains like a bunch of spells. Like the Lich used it to basically destroy the multiverse, effectively. But
I'm about to say no then.
But it's also like the Lich used it to do that, and the Lich is already that powerful. So it's just like a spell book effectively, and it's also a book. Like I said, it's how to be like Finn in one episode. He gave it to a semi-sentient bear, and the bear became a hero. Because it's just all it is it tells you how to be a hero. But there's different methods to becoming a hero, and one of the methods, magic.
Why do you want to be a hero?
Because I'm a hero.
You just said you don't have. You said you have low ethics.
I said if I did with Rick, like, and with Rick Intelligence, then yeah, and it would feasibly make sense. But I think me personally, I don't think I'd have like lower ethics, but I wouldn't have like
lower ethics. But you still want to be a hero?
Yeah.
Interesting hero, or you just become the Punisher,
like Punisher, something. Like Endeavor or something. Yeah.
Endeavor? I don't think Endeavor has low ethics.
I mean, he didn't give a fuck about his family for how many years? He like literally bred his kids specifically just to be All Might.
That's just development, though. Yeah, he's not the same. You can't say that's how he is now because it's not.
That's how he was, though.
Yeah, it's development. You're not developing. You are a set person.
All right, so then I'll just say like I got lower ethics than I probably have now, but like I'd still want to be a hero. Like I'm like ultimately I'm doing stuff for the greater good, right?
That's what they all say. That's what Madara thought.
But
too.
I'm him.
Madara thought he was him too. Actually, he was.
Madara ain't him.
Madara is him.
In the Narutoverse, yeah.
Yeah. In our verse too, he would be him.
Yeah. Anyways, next.
I'll let that one slide. Next, I'll go another Rick and Morty thing. I'm gonna go the night person machine.
valid.
Obviously, there's the worry of maybe the night person machine turning on me, but I don't think it'll have an issue with me. I think I'll rinse the dishes, so it won't turn evil on me because of something like that. And I like the idea of just like, oh, learn this during the night, and then like it does it. Like Rick got abs, or Morty got abs as well too.
Yeah, they have the ab podcast.
What the mom learned how to do the trumpet, or she also learned how to speak Spanish. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Teach me Spanish. Boom.
Money.
I don't know how she learned it so quickly, but I guess. How long did you sleep? 8 hours? Like, I mean, 8 hours of only doing that one thing. Yeah, you're bound to be good at it. So
you'll memorize a lot of it fast.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that'd be really useful.
That's valid. Yeah.
Learn a bunch of things.
Yeah. A lot of Rick and Morty.
It's the only thing. It's fresh on my mind. It's also fresh on my mind. I'm literally watching it like this week.
But with items, Rick and Morty's pretty undefeated for a lot of their stuff.
They have such goated like inventions.
Yeah. All right. Well, 5th round. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of torn. I think I'm gonna take the other one, but one of my honorable mentions. I'll say it later. Actually, I'm gonna take the D20 dice from Futurama. So there's a move. There's like season 6, I think. They did like 4 movies instead of like a regular season. So it's like basically about 12 to 20 episodes condensed into 4 movies, right? And in one of them, they get transported into like the D&D world. And they have the D20, which is, it's a Lord of the Rings. The whole thing is a Lord of the Rings reference. And like the D20 is like the ring. What's the Ring of Power or whatever from Lord of the Rings? It's the invisibility ring, basically. But you can roll it, and whatever outcome it is, like that effect happens to you. So it's basically like a random luck thing.
So you're gonna take RNG? You think you're like that? You think you're Eduardo?
I think with Rick's intelligence, I can find a way to make RNG better.
It's not how RNG works.
I can figure it out.
If Rick's intelligence can figure out how RNG works, he would do it then.
But like just with a dice roll though. Anyways, I've always kind of thought it was a cool item to have, and if I do ever need it, like, 'cause I don't have to be the one that rolls it. It's just whoever rolls it gets the effect. Yeah. So like if Devin's in a pinch, roll the dice. If Eduardo's in a pinch, roll the dice. Yeah. It's same like the glasses. It's like a, if someone else needs it, they can use it. I can also use it potentially. Yeah. There are some negative side effects, but I think it's only like a 20% chance of a negative side effect. The rest is like, I think D20, you just like do whatever you want effectively. If you roll a nat 20, it's just you do whatever you want.
All right, I'll let it slide because I'm not aware of the nature of it. It could be reality wrong. I'm not sure.
It kind of is, but not really. It's like very, very, very low mild.
All right. Well, with my last pick here, I'm gonna go with a choice probably you guys were thinking of. Why did no one take it? Because in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of a mid pick, but I gotta take it because he's iconic. I'm gonna go with the lightsaber.
Lightsaber, valid.
Grand scheme
I thought about it. Yeah.
Pretty mid choice, but it's iconic.
It's iconic.
So I kind of just gotta take the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like, what else was I gonna take? On my board, I had BMO on my board. Like
I had BMO on my board too. BMO would be goated.
There's not much I had to work with. Like the only reason I didn't take BMO, so I was like, I have Rick's car as like an AI. I don't need BMO. Like BMO's not an AI. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But like, I don't need BMO if I have.
He
Rick's
is the
car.
king of Ooh.
Whatever that is, yeah, sure, he's that.
Ooh is the land they live on, and he's the king of it.
Interesting lore. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take the lightsaber.
Do you have any
honorable mentions? Well, you haven't taken your last draft yet.
Yeah. Well, no, I did because I was first.
Oh, okay.
So this is definitely reality warping. I put a Doodle Bob's pencil.
Yeah.
Def reality warping.
Yeah.
Def reality warping. But on the off chance, I was like, Gabe's gonna throw a flag on it. But I thought it'd be funny as like an honorable mention. Like, yeah, I just like.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Like I kept seeing SpongeBob and I was like, "There's nothing in SpongeBob." I didn't even think about.
I forgot to say honorable mention. I had like for if you picked one, like if you picked like Popeye, like the thing you're talking about, then like I would have taken like SpongeBob's like existence erasure, where you just like pull the thread.
The universe with the string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another honorable mention for the abilities.
I had Phineas and Ferb's time machine.
Yeah, valid.
Using time
valid,
machine.
yeah.
I feel like at the time I had thought I was gonna have Rick's IQ, so I was like, I can make it. I still have Jimmy Neutron's IQ and the portal gun, so I can get smarter. I have you. And we can work together. We can just make a time
exactly.
machine.
And then Jimmy Neutron, if he's comparable to Dexter did time travel. So it's like Jimmy can go dimensions, and that's just like the next step would be time travel.
Exactly.
Like
I would
logically,
assume it's not out of the park, especially because Jimmy Neutron's working with humanoid materials here. I can go to infinite multiverse of materials and find stuff. So I'm sure I can find a way. I also had Garnet's gem. I've never seen Steven Universe, but
it makes her like really strong.
The only reason I knew Garnet's gem is because of multiverses. I was like, oh, she's the character I like playing in multiverses. Yeah. Maybe her gem is cool, but it was only an honorable mention because like I didn't want to pick it. It was just like in case you happen to take so many of my picks, I had to take it.
Technically, it's 2 gems because Garnet's a fusion.
I didn't know that. So I've never seen the show.
Garnet's Ruby and Sapphire fused.
Oh,
so she's technically like 2 in 1. She also has a third eye, which is pretty cool.
Interesting lore.
Yeah, but that would still fall under abilities, no? The gem.
I thought it was an item at the time.
See, I thought it was an item, but when we went to the bathroom, I talked to Eddie about it, and he broke it down like it would be an ability. It's like inherent in the person. You know what I mean?
So is the Green Lantern ring. It's inherent in your will.
I guess, yeah. It's more. Would it not be like your will is more inherent in the ring?
I feel like it's the same.
I think it could be a toss-up. Let us know what you think if it's an item or an ability. I can see an argument for either one personally, but the way Eddie explained it, like I can see it more so being an ability, which is why I took Steven's gem as an ability.
Yeah, I guess. But those are all my honorable mentions. I could probably, if I wanted to, I could think of more Rick and Morty things. I'm sure. Like, I think the Night Person was the one I thought was useful. The portal gun and the car are just
the 2 useful
abilities I wanted to have. Like portal gun and car were like for sure I wanted to get those 2, and then the Night Person machine was just like, oh, it's a good accessory to have. I want to be able to do stuff during the night. 8 hours is a lot of time to just do something.
A lot of time.
You can learn so much that time. In that time.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else from Rick and Morty, like item wise.
Pretty much,
there's obviously the time crystal.
Just think about like anything else from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, like mind erasing. Like every episode is something. The Meeseeks box. But one thing I was thinking with the Meeseeks box, I was like, if I just use the Meeseeks box and like stick it on someone else, would that work? If I'm just like, because like Meeseeks will go crazy if they can't make you complete the task. So I was just like, make it so Devin is 6 foot tall. And like they can't do it. Would they go crazy and kill him, or would they still kill me because I pushed the button?
But they got to him, no? Like they tried to kill Jerry because Jerry
pushed the button though.
Yeah, but if you push the button, they would go after you.
The person who pushed the button, I'll push the button, be like, hey, but if it like you have to go here, it would kill you without.
But I thought okay, maybe it's just because Jerry put it on himself. I thought it was like Jerry pushed the button, they couldn't accomplish it, and because Jerry's the one that brought them into this world, they're gonna kill Jerry.
Well, what they said in the episode was, it wasn't that Jerry brought them into it, was the fact they were like, what they said was, if we can't take 4 whatever he said, 4 strokes off of his game, we'll just take Jerry out. So I think it was like they got rid of their target. So I feel like if I say something like that, to like if I'm like, oh, make Devin's teeth like straighter, and Devin doesn't want that to happen, so he says no, and the Meeseeks go crazy and they like hunt him down.
But at that point, something physical like that, they could just force braces on him.
I mean, they could, but Devin's just stubborn. He's like, no shot.
Just knock him out and put braces on. So his mouth shut.
I mean, are Mystics really that strong though? I mean, I guess they can keep pushing the button and get more. I guess.
Yeah, you can gang up on
I
him.
have the box though.
But like that, it would only work against like someone weak though, because if they have any kind of like power and combo, because remember they get it too.
True.
So it's like Devin could just be like, I just
Alright.
want to be super strong.
All right, I pushed the Mystics button like 87 times. I'm like, all right, you guys all work together and fight Devin or
Make
something.
Devin 6'2".
Actually, I could use Mystic Box as training. But yeah, train. All I want you to do is fight Devin for 24 hours and then you can disappear. 24 hours straight. Never let Devin break.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. They get fatigued though. So it's
no,
like,
I don't think so.
Because they were fighting. They were fighting
Each other.
well, each other and Jerry, and they were like bloodied, and they're like,
I think that was just for like for effect of the show. Like the same thing with like Captain America. He doesn't get tired, but you know, in comics and in movies they show him like panting even though he really shouldn't be. Same with Flash as well. I think it's just for effect, but like I don't think they actually get tired because they went from fighting each other in a whole battle royale for like hours to then going to fight Jerry at the restaurant. So I don't think they necessarily get tired.
Okay.
I think they might just have unlimited stamina.
That might be it, yeah. But I mean, pretty solid episode. I like the picks that we had.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm not mad with that. I mean, the only thing I'm mad at is to be the Omnitrix. Obviously, I want the Omnitrix. Everyone wants the Omnitrix.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not really mad with it. I got the stuff I want. Aside from the Omnitrix and Rick's IQ, pretty much got everything I want. I can't really be mad about anything here.
Yeah, I think I got everything I wanted just about. I can't think of anything like I didn't get. Like there was stuff that like you took that I wanted, but it was like I had other stuff like okay, I just substitute him with this. And it's not a big deal, you know. But I'm happy with these choices.
Yeah, it's gonna be a world where we work together and we become the highest IQ people in the world. I mean, granted, people could also take Dexter's IQ. There's gonna be other smart people here for sure.
Yeah,
too.
but they don't have the glasses of Nerdicon.
Maybe there's another item that's even better than that. You don't even
Probably.
know.
I just don't even know it.
There's so many cartoons out there. I know the creators of Rick and Morty have another show, right?
Solar opposites.
Oh no, not even that. One thing I was saying, another honorable mention actually was Rig Juice, because Rig Juice. I don't know if you're from Regular Show.
Regular Show, yeah. I remember the name.
When they drink Rig Juice, it like ascended them to like a higher level of intelligence.
Like the intelligence, they're like, oh my god, we're not dumb. They're just like we're smarter. They're dumb.
I was like, Rig Juice could be good. That was the thing I was thinking. I was like, oh, he took the Nerdicon. I take Rig Juice.
You're just like, huh? They're like, what? You're like, but it's like you're like speaking a higher level.
Before I drink the Rig Juice, I think I would work with you, or I could make my own invention to like make sure I don't like lose comprehension.
Yeah, that was a funny episode.
Yeah, like someone could take Rig Juice for example.
It starts to get like the outline of the universe. They're like, oh my god.
Like I feel like there's so many Regular Show abilities and items that could probably that we're not thinking of. Regular Show is so random. There's no way we can think of everything that happened in the show. Like I'm just thinking of Rig Juice, obviously the gauntlets as well.
Yeah, I seem like the video game gauntlet.
Yeah, there's so many random things that I'm sure Regular Show has a bunch of things we didn't even mention here.
Yeah.
So there's so much to pick from. Even I don't know how Homer's nuclear man ability works.
He just gets radiation. Have you seen? Remember that episode? I remember the episode vaguely because he just gets radiation and then just becomes like a superhero. But it's like a episodic thing. It only happened for the episode or two. I think that was the Family Guy crossover, right?
It was.
Yeah. So it only happened for the 2 episodes.
Yeah. Like there's so much out there we weren't thinking of. Obviously, like we said, Phineas and Ferb and Dexter's Laboratory and Jimmy Neutron.
But why would you take Homer's nuclear man when you already have like Phineas and Ferb's suit, which is like.
Well, I have it. But
Yeah,
I'm saying, like
but
other people.
I guess, yeah.
Everyone else in the world gets to pick too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like there's so many other options out there, like Phineas and Ferb, Dexter Laboratory, and Jimmy Neutron. I have so many episodes out there. I only took one Phineas and Ferb invention. There's however many episodes of it. There's that many inventions. Not to mention Phineas and Ferb. There's also Dr. Doofenshmirtz's creations.
All his
well.
stuff, yeah.
All his innators.
Yeah.
Which I think one of his innators was like basically a retcon innator. It was like the unlikely things innator or something. Or it was like things that wouldn't normally happen would happen. I can't remember, but like there's so many stupid stuff that you could take. So
there was another ability.
Even the Fairly Odd Parents wands, no one even took those.
Yeah, because we talked about it. Like that was a good choice, but like if you pick the wands, I'm taking the rules. So it's like, and I'm pretty sure if I pick the wands, you might have picked the rules too. So it's like
I wouldn't really care. I'm not in this draft. I wasn't thinking about stopping anyone. Like in the anime draft, I was like, I gotta be the top dog here. I want to make sure no one's running anything. In this draft, I didn't really care about being the top dog. I just wanted to have fun here.
Yeah. It was more
I wouldn't
for
waste
like a
a pick
check and
on
balance
rules.
type thing. But yeah, I mean, like the fairy one would have been good.
I think there's no shot I can check and balance you here. There's no shot. Like you easily are the best guy. We just got to trust that you're on our side.
It's the same thing with the anime one. Like you won the anime one. Like I can't touch you. You could probably touch me pretty easy. So it's like
you just gotta trust.
I gotta trust. It's
That's
blind
what it
trust.
is here. I'm just gonna trust that you're not gonna become a villain.
Yeah.
I want to trust you're not gonna become Rick Prime.
Rick Prime.
Yeah. So I hope you just become chill guy who has some.
I'm not paying
still.
taxes though this time.
Why? Because I can't stop you now.
Yeah,
no one can stop
no
me.
one
I'm
can
not
stop
paying
me. I'm paying my taxes. Like the amount of stuff I'm gonna provide to the world. I think I should get a lifetime tax exemption. Not that I'm not paying it. I just don't have taxes to pay.
But everyone else can contribute to the world too. You're not the only one.
Yeah, but I'm like kind of him. Like with all my stuff that I can contribute, like my intelligence alone.
At that point, just move to another planet and just come back whenever you want.
Earth, though.
I think that's what I would do. I would go to I'd probably maybe not live in another universe, but I'd like go to another planet. I'm like, yeah, I would start my own universe. I have the Unity ability, so I can like.
True. You just
I
make
can
your
move
own
to another
thing.
planet, start
Yeah.
sentient life, work with together.
Would you try to find like another hive mind and like go out with them?
If they exist.
If they exist, like there's a hive mind of equal. I feel like actually just unity out there, and it's like it's just you and her.
I might have to find another toxic person to to end my. Apparently, Unity was actually a good person.
Yeah, but like would you try to date her?
The hive mind?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I gotta see how it works. I feel like they've been a hive mind longer than me, so they probably know what's going on.
Yeah, I'd be
They
like,
give
I
me
just
some
got
rope.
this ability. Can we
They can
like,
show me the
talk
ropes.
about it? Yeah, show you the ropes. Yeah.
So I think it'd be a good experience. I'm like, all right, teach me about what's like being a hive mind. I'm like,
Exactly.
it's crazy. I mean, like before I had this ability, I didn't even know aliens existed. Like I theorized it, but I never knew.
And then Tyler willed it into reality with his Omnitrix. So now things exist.
And Tyler, with his star wand, he made a wish to make like the multiverse. Well, the multiverse already exists, I guess, but like he wished that aliens existed.
Yeah, in this verse, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they were like sentient and mostly non-aggressive.
Yeah, basically, you basically just wish us to be in the Rick and Morty universe.
Effectively, yeah. But I mean, I think it's a good place to end it.
Yeah,
not let it dredge on too long. It was a good episode. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was a little hard on the anime one, just because like of how obscure some cartoons can get.
Yeah, and it's like we said, it's so much harder to think about. Like anime is so contained to a linear story, whereas shows like Rick and Morty and Phineas and Ferb are very episodic and things just randomly
Just
happen
one-offs,
at times,
yeah.
and we won't even think about it until like either someone comments it or maybe we see a clip on TikTok. Like there's just things we wouldn't even think about.
Yeah, exactly. But go ahead and let us know what you think. What would you pick? Because remember, though, you only get one of each, right?
Yeah,
we got
you're
5.
not
You're not us.
Yeah.
You could say what you would have picked if you were here with us and you also had the 5. But just go ahead and let us know what you'd pick if you have the one ability, one item. Let us know what you think of our list, what you think we maybe should have changed, how this verse would work out. That'd be an interesting thing to think about, like how this verse, same thing with the anime one, like how is this verse going to act in regards to the newfound abilities and items and whatnot. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that stuff, especially subscribe because we need the subscriptions. We dropped to 53, but then we went up to 54 again. So I'm pretty happy. I want to be at 100 by August. So we got 8 months to double it. So let's go ahead and try to do that. If you're watching it, I know you're not subscribed. Not you, but like you. You subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free.
I mean, he's technically right. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to him because he's got us surprised. But like 80% of you guys aren't subscribed. So him saying think about it, 80% correct.
Think about it logically. Like we have 54 subscribers. We're pulling, which crazy, knock on wood. But since 62, every episode we put out has been over 200. That means like at least 75% of y'all just aren't subscribed. So what the hell, dog? Like, just subscribe. I know you're watching this. It literally costs you nothing to subscribe. You don't even have to like click the notification bell. I prefer you click the notification bell so you get notified every Thursday or whenever we do stuff like the chicken coop coming up, which I don't know if it's already come out. Probably has at this point when this comes out. Maybe not. We'll see. But if it doesn't, you have that to look forward to because you're like, what the hell's chicken coop? Well, you're gonna find out. All right. There's all this stuff that we're doing, but you gotta like be subscribed and notification bell all that stuff just so you can know what's happening. Kind of went on like a little rant right there.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. See ya.